Hey fam, welcome back to Mzansi Screen Time, your ultimate spot for all the hottest UTHANDO NES'THEMBU scoops, spoilers, recaps, and drama breakdowns that keep the Mseleku household on fire. If you're new here or just chilling with us tonight, hit that like button right now, subscribe so you never miss an upload, and turn on notifications, because we spill the juiciest polygamy tea every single day. Let's see what happened in tonight's episode of UTHANDO NES'THEMBU, the one that just aired and left the timeline in absolute shambles. People screaming in the comments, crying in their DMs, unfollowing each other over opinions, and refreshing for more like it's a full-time obsession. This episode wasn't just drama. It was emotional suffocation, slow burn betrayal, family tension so thick you could choke on it, and gossip-worthy moments that have everyone dissecting every single glance, sigh, and side-eye. The air in that house was heavy with resentment, exhaustion, quiet rage, unspoken accusations, and pain so deep it didn't need shouting to be felt. No one walked away clean, no one walked away whole. And the whispers? Oh honey, they're already spreading like wildfire. MaKhwela gets absolutely demolished, with a reminder that lands like a sledgehammer to the soul. Someone, and the way it's delivered is pure venom wrapped in calm, looks her dead in the eyes, and says something along the lines of, "You came into this marriage for a reason. Don't forget what your role is supposed to be." It's not advice. It's not even a warning. It's a verbal execution, cold, deliberate, meant to strip her of every illusion she's built since stepping foot in that house. She's been pushing boundaries like never before, demanding more nights with Musa, more respect in the family meetings, more visibility in the house, more everything, acting like she's here to rewrite the entire script. Tonight the system says no. Loudly. Expect her to freeze mid-sentence, eyes narrowing to dangerous slits, lips pressing into a trembling line, her whole body going rigid like she's physically holding back a scream. Then either she unleashes a comeback so sharp it could cut glass, voice low, venomous, every word dripping with "you don't own me" energy, or she swallows it so hard you see her throat work, the anger sinking deep, festering, promising to come back twice as vicious later. The camera lingers mercilessly on her face, that slow, disbelieving blink, the clenched jaw, the way her shoulders rise and fall as she fights to keep control. You can almost hear her heartbeat pounding through the speakers. She knows she's being shoved back into a box she thought she'd escaped, reduced to a function, a duty, a role, instead of a woman with needs, desires, and feelings. And it hurts in places she didn't even know were still bleeding. This is survival in a house where every new wife is seen as a threat to the last one standing, and the old ones are tired of sharing. The gossip online is already ruthless. MaKhwela thinks she's special. Wait till Musa reminds her she's replaceable too. The children are the silent heartbreak that rips your chest open and doesn't let go. They're not cute background kids anymore. They're front and center in their quiet, devastating suffering. There's a moment, maybe in a corner of the yard away from the adults, maybe huddled in one of the bedrooms, where their pain becomes impossible to ignore. One of them finally says it out loud, voice small but shattering. "We just want things to stop changing every time someone new comes." It lands like a brick through a window, because it's so innocent, so completely out of their control, so devastatingly true. The adults are so consumed by who gets Musa's attention tonight, who has the bigger bedroom, who wins the endless respect game, that they forget the little eyes watching every fight, the little hearts breaking with every slammed door. You see it in their faces, the forced smiles at dinner that never reach their eyes, the way they disappear to their rooms when voices rise, the quick, scared glances they exchange when another argument starts brewing. It's the generational trauma of polygamy laid completely bare, the way the kids absorb every ripple, every tension, every unspoken "you're not enough" that floats between the wives. It's the kind of scene that makes you pause the episode, stare at the ceiling and whisper, "They deserve better than this." The gossip online is savage. The kids are the real victims. Musa and the wives are too busy fighting over dick appointments to notice their own children are breaking. Musa is trapped in the very center of the hurricane he created. He's juggling flaming torches, while the wind blows harder every second, trying to keep MaKhwela from feeling like an outsider, who's only there for one purpose. MaKhumalo from feeling replaced and discarded. The other wives from feeling invisible and expendable. Every word he says feels like it could tip the entire house into chaos. Tonight you see the toll written all over his face. The heavy, defeated sighs that come from somewhere deep in his chest. The hand rubbing his temple like he's warding off a migraine that never leaves. The way he looks like he's aged 10 years in one single conversation. He chose this life. He built this polygamous empire. He convinced himself and everyone else that it could work. But now it's choosing him apart, piece by piece, and the exhaustion is starting to show cracks in the man who used to think he could handle anything. There's a moment where he has to make a call, maybe a private talk with one wife that gets overheard, maybe a decision in front of everyone that shifts alliances. And you can feel the weight on his shoulders. His face says it all. Exhaustion mixed with frustration, mixed with fear that he's losing control of the very thing he created. The gossip is already whispering. Musa's about to pick a side and regret it forever. He can't keep everyone happy. MaKhumalo's pain is the quietest and the deepest, the kind that doesn't explode in fireworks. It erodes slowly like water on stone until there's nothing left. She's been the rock for years, the one who holds space for everyone else, absorbs the blows, keeps the peace even when it costs her pieces of her soul. But every new arrival chips away at that foundation a little more. Tonight there's another reminder of her place. Maybe an overheard comment that slices like a razor. Maybe a look from Musa or one of the other wives that says more than any argument ever could. She doesn't scream, she doesn't throw things, she internalizes. A slow, weary headshake, a long, unfocused stare out the window. A single tear she wipes away so fast, no one sees it fall. But you feel the weight, the bone-deep exhaustion of being overlooked again, of fighting for scraps of respect in a house she helped build from the ground up with her own hands and heart. The online gossip is ruthless. MaKhumalo has been carrying this family on her back for years. If she finally snaps, the whole house is going down with her. MaKhwela is the wild card moving silently in the shadows, like she's been waiting for this moment her whole life. She's calm on the surface, always observing, always measuring the room like a chess player who sees 10 moves ahead, advising Musa behind closed doors, or quietly positioning herself to come out on top when the dust finally settles and the casualties are counted. The episode teases a loaded, wordless exchange between her and one of the other wives, that silent, we've been here longer energy that carries more power than any raised voice. She doesn't need volume. Her presence alone does the talking. The fans are already crowning her the dark horse. MaKhwela is playing 4D chess while everyone else is playing checkers. She's the real queen here. The whole episode is a slow-burn pressure cooker set to maximum heat. Every conversation is layered with subtext. A reminder turns into a challenge turns into a defense turns into an accusation turns into a threat that hangs in the air like smoke you can't escape. And just when you think someone's finally going to say the thing that breaks the cycle, forces healing, or at least forces brutal honesty, the scene cuts. That cliffhanger is cruel on purpose. A door slamming shut so hard the frame rattles. A phone ringing unanswered in the background. A look across the room that promises war tomorrow. You're left hanging, heart pounding, yelling at the TV. What happens next? Because the episode refuses to give you mercy. It wants you desperate, addicted, refreshing for tomorrow. She's tearing apart a balance that took years to build. Musa can't keep adding wives without losing everything. TikTok is flooded with edits. Slow-mo of MaKhwela's reminder moment, synced to dramatic heartbreak music. MaKhumalo's hurt face captioned, when the new wife arrives and you're exhausted all over again. Theories are flying fast. Musa's about to pick a side and regret it forever. The kids are going to snap. Watch for one of them to walk out or confront the adults. MaKhwela is playing 4D chess while everyone else is playing checkers. She's the real power here, and no one sees it yet. The gossip is savage. MaKhwela thinks she's special. Wait till Musa reminds her she's replaceable too. MaKhumalo has been carrying this family on her back for years. If she finally snaps, the whole house is going down with her. The kids are the real victims. Musa and the wives are too busy fighting over dick appointments to notice their own children are breaking. Episode is heavy. The kind that makes you feel the exhaustion in your own bones. The jealousy that burns low and constant. The quiet pain behind every forced smile and polite greeting. The reminders are brutal. The kids' suffering is heartbreaking. and the unspoken threats between wives are suffocating. Which wife are you riding with tonight? MaKhwela fighting for her spot, or MaKhumalo protecting what she's built? Do the children deserve better than this endless tug of war? Drop your wildest predictions, theories, and hottest takes in the comments. Who's about to crack first? I'm reading every single one. Smash that like if you're already stressed for the Mselekus. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on notifications so you never miss a recap. And share with your watch party group. Because this kind of raw polygamy drama deserves to be felt together. Stay locked in for the next episode. This one's going to leave marks.